Hi guys, Aaron here. I'm recording a quick vlog because today is actually something special, which kind of slipped my mind a little bit. Today is March 28th, 2016, and this marks my 4th year of doing internet videos. On this day 4 years ago, I uploaded the very first episode of Into the Idiot Box, Back to the Future, the animated series, which is elsewhere on this channel, and to the now defunct blip.tv, and started what's actually been a pretty rewarding hobby for me. Now, I'm not big enough and I'm not famous enough that I can do this for a living as much as I might like to. In fact, it's kind of expensive to do this. There's been a lot of things I've been planning on doing and just haven't had the money to do it. I mean, that's why I've got the Patreon up and running, but I don't really draw from that until I really, really need to. I mean, the last time I did, I had enough money in my Patreon when my computer's hard drive fritzed out on me and I had to replace it. So that helped quite a bit. But yeah, it's been 4 years and I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed making videos and carrying on in the way that I do and all that, and all the various series that have gone on. I mean, I know I've kind of slacked off into the Idiot Box recently, but there's a reason for that. I'm kind of trying to prolong things a little bit since I plan on bringing things to a close with that series on episode 50. Yes, I've made the decision. Into the Idiot Box is no longer going on hiatus. It will be ending after episode 50 because, honestly, there's a reason why there's a lot of people who don't do TV. It's very, very time consuming to review television, especially, if you have to go through a bunch of episodes. I mean, just your average, network television primetime program, something on NBC, ABC, CBS, or Fox, or the CW tends to run anywhere from 22 to 26 episodes, and that's, 22 to 26 hours just for one season to go through and look at, and that's a lot of footage to cull through as well. So yeah, I've kind of made that decision that yes, I will be ending Into the Idiot Box after episode 50 when it comes. It'll resolve the storyline that I've got going through. It might lead into something else. I'm mulling over an idea for how I want to continue things, which kind of ties into the other stuff. When I do reach episode 50 of Into the Idiot Box, I'm going to be kind of trying to transition out of doing reviews, because quite honestly, I'm tired of fighting with YouTube and the Content ID and all that nonsense. It's ridiculous. It's hard, and it's just utterly ridiculous, and it's a crapshoot, and it's just, after a while, you just get tired of it, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of making the same arguments over and over and over again. I'm tired of having to fight with it. I'm tired of waiting with bated breath, and I'm really tired of just having a friggin' thing hanging over my head. So I'm not going to stop making videos, but reviews will start to be transitioned out, or at the very least they're going to use far less clips. I still want to do Whodunit Hall. I enjoy doing Whodunit Hall, so that one's going to stick around for a while. I will, of course, go through, and Casey and I are going to be, finishing Escape from Monster High. Things are going to be kind of weird because, as it turns out this year, as far as Monster High goes, Mattel's announced that they're rebooting the whole franchise this summer, which means that the new movie, which just came out, and you're going to have to bear with us because we make comments that the new movie hasn't come out yet in the series. For the purposes of that, just assume that, ignore the actual release dates of the videos and assume that chronologically all this stuff happened prior to MagFest, which means the new movie wouldn't have come out then. Yeah, they put out a new one called Great Scary Reef, which it looks like may be the last Monster High movie for this version of the franchise. They're planning on rebooting the franchise, and it's already got a lot of Monster High fans ticked off, and we'll probably talk about that if we decide to go on. And it depends entirely on what Mattel decides to do as far as the movies go. Even though we've said that Boo York, Boo York is going to be our last, it's not actually going to be the last episode of Escape from Monster High. It's going to be the last one involving the storyline that we've established. We're going to resolve the storyline there, and we'll probably go Excuse me. Sorry. I had lunch just before I started recording this. I apologize. We're going to probably go on and we'll do Great Scarier Reef and we'll do whatever the hell else comes down along the line. The other thing is, yes, I'll still be continuing to do Legacy of the Pink Panther. That one's proven to be fairly easy to fight. Really, it's the Monster High ones that are really being kind of difficult because they're being like really obnoxious. If you've noticed, I had to actually take down the Ghouls Rule review and put up a re-edited version because I went through the whole thing and it got to a point where basically they got to YouTube's, you have 7 days to take your video down or dismiss your appeal, or we're going to take the video down for you and you're going to get a copyright strike. And you can't appeal. And you can't put a counterclaim in until after you have that copyright strike. So what's the friggin' point? It's like, great, so you can submit the appeal, but if they blocked your video worldwide, you're still screwed either way. So I just decided to hell with it. I took down the original version of Ghouls Rule, and I re-edited it and put it back up. And there's another claim on it, but this one's a little easier to fight because they claim stuff that's all completely voiceover. So that one I actually have a little bit more of a leg to stand on. And you really didn't miss much. I cut like maybe 5 or 6 seconds out of a couple of places. So it's not like we lost anything major by having to re-edit that. Anyway, I'll still be doing Legacy of the Pink Panther. I'm going to finish that out. After that, I don't know. I talked about Oscarbation, and I'm still considering doing that series, but I haven't really decided yet because it's a little difficult, and I kind of discovered that somebody else had already used the term quite a bit, so I'd have to come up with a new name for the show, for starters. I'm still thinking about it. I might or might not do Oscarbation. It depends on what happens. I do have a few ideas for original shows. We'll see what happens with that, too. I don't know. I'm really just trying to figure it out, but yeah, definitely Into the Idiot Box will be coming to an end after episode 50. It's just a much more time-consuming show than it needs to be. But that's really not why I wanted to make this video. I'm letting you know just because. So what I really want to make this video for, and this is the main reason why I don't do anniversary videos like other video producers do, because I have a day job. You can see I just got home from work. But my day job can be very, very time-consuming, especially near the end of the month, because we have to usually rush to get a bunch of stuff out the door to do it. I'm a shipping manager for a paper box company, if you don't know what I do for a living. So this really is more of a hobby, and my frustration with YouTube is not so much making money on my videos, it's just making sure they can be fucking seen. I mean, I've already had to ditch, over the course of the last few months, I've had to ditch 2 episodes of Whodunit Hall, 6 episodes of Into the Idiot Box. 3 of them were down for other reasons other than YouTube Content ID, but unfortunately the Worst of Daria trilogy, I still haven't found anywhere to host it. I would like to, but everywhere is like, Viacom is like cracked down like crazy. So I can't really host those videos anywhere in particular. So I'm trying. And oh yeah, I had to ditch the Sherlock episode here on YouTube as well because the BBC is just as bad. So, I've had a couple of other ones which are blocked, like my top 10 biggest bastards video has been blocked because of footage from Sherlock that I used. So, I might re-edit that one and try again. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, but again, I'm moving off into depressing territory, which isn't why I wanted to do this. I wanted to say to all 395 subscribers as of this video, thank you. Thank you very much for supporting me, for liking what I do, and for subscribing. And I'm glad that doing this has enabled me to entertain you in some way. Doing this over these last few months, I feel like I've really started to gain traction as one of the few independent ones that's not actually affiliated with like a major site. I'm on rtgomer.com, and it's a great site, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't have quite the same viewership as, say, Geek Vision or Nerdvice or Channel Awesome or what have you. I'm trying to get on some of these other sites as well and all that and everything and build a fan base and get more people to see my stuff because I really enjoy doing this. This is like the longest I've stuck with any anything that could even be remotely considered a hobby. Most of my ideas I've tried and have petered out after about 5 or 6 months, and here I am 4 years later and still making videos and still enjoying it, even with the occasional headache. So yeah, like I said, doing this has enabled me to meet a bunch of great people. Some people I've been friends with for several years, like the Watcher and Rosenhacker and all of them, and some who I just recently got to meet for the first time and at MagFest. Kaluna I've been friends with since before she was on Channel Awesome online and whatnot. But I got to meet, Crash Thompson, the rock critic, and Film Brain, and Count Jacula and the Horror Guru, Yomar's Lady Jess, a whole bunch of them. Leon Thomas of Renegade Cut, I got to meet all of them at MagFest, and they were so nice and so pleasant and made me feel very welcome in that circle. And it was a great moment to be. Oh, and by the way, if you ever have the chance to meet both Count Jacula and the Horror Guru, I'm going to tell you this. Jack is one of the funniest people you will ever meet. And Josh, the Horror Guru, is an endless fountain of dad jokes. So be prepared for dad jokes if you ever hang around the Horror Guru. They're funny dad jokes, but dad jokes. So anyway, thank you very much for 4 years of letting me entertain you, for dealing with my ramblings on television and the movies, television and mystery films, and, insights into a totalitarian society. Yes, there will be more of Dispatches of the Neurostatic Confederacy coming down. I've just got to get a green screen first. I figured out a whole bunch of new stuff I can do to make the show look better. It's just a matter of having the space that I need to make it look as best as it can, and to do that I need a green screen, and to do that I need some actual room for one, which I don't really have right now. But I do have plans. Dispatches from the Neurostatic Confederacy will continue. If you're wondering how long that goes, I am actually thinking it's going to be about 52 episodes, thus making 52 weeks and 1 year in the life of the Confederacy, so we'll see what happens after that. Anyway, so again, thank you for 4 years of entertainment and allowing me to entertain you. And thank you to everybody who I've met and everybody who's been nice enough to let me know how much they like my stuff in the comments, and even the people who have actually given me a bunch of hate in there. Thank you at least for taking the time to watch the video and then let me know exactly why you didn't like it. I don't always agree with you, but thank you at least for taking the time. I appreciate it. And, oh, one more thing. And to the gentleman who I met at MagFest who recognized me while I was sitting in the lobby and just out of nowhere, I am so sorry. I was kind of thrown for a loop. I didn't actually expect anyone to recognize me. And I'm terribly sorry I didn't even ask your name. I apologize profusely for that. But thank you for taking the time to stop and say hi and let me know how much you like my stuff. So, upcoming stuff, we're waiting, I'm just waiting for the last little bits of footage to come in, and then we're going to be, I'll be working on editing the next Escape from Monster High, which is Scarus, City of Frights. And then basically the way it's going to work is, in order to get through the rest of these episodes of Monster High fairly easily, I'm probably going to start alternating, or try to anyway. So it'll be Monster High, then either Legacy of the Pink Panther, or Into the Idiot Box, and then another Monster High, and then one of the other ones, and so on and so forth, until we get to where we need to be. The good news is that pretty much, aside from the voiceover, we've already shot everything for the last episode, so you probably won't have to wait too long between episode 11 and episode 12 of Escape from Monster High. Anyway, so again, thank you for 4 years, thank you for watching, and please stick around. Even though I plan on phasing out of reviews, it's still going to take a while, at least a year, if not more. So please, stick around. I think you'll like some of the stuff that I've got coming up, and take it easy. Bye.